Welcome back, beloved family. Thank you so much for passing by to click on this channel. Today, we are looking at the Sahel state. You know, when we talk about the Sahel state, it has to do with the Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. These three states that took power through military coup, and they are really transforming their nation. So today we are focusing on Burkina Faso. So guys, today we are going to discuss a lot of amazing things that is happening in Burkina Faso. So I will encourage you to stay with me. Let's go. Welcome back, beloved family, once again. The Burkina Faso Armed Forces intercepted hydrocarbon shipped from Africa coast border to Burkina Faso. According to the information, there was almost an escalation between the Burkina Faso Armed Forces and the Ivorian Armed Forces. So a lot of questions people have been asking is that what was the sole mission of this Ivorian Armed Forces shifting hydrocarbon all the way from Africa coast to Burkina Faso? So guys, I don't know, I don't want to say much, but what was the sole mission of this Ivorian Armed Forces shifting hydrocarbon to Burkina Faso? So you know a lot of things has been going on when Captain Abraham Torre was pointing finger on the Ivorians. The leaders. You know, Ivorians people are good people, so he was actually pointing hand on the Ivorians. You know, trying to. They say that a lot of the terrorists that is being recruited from Ivorians. You know, to join forces to destabilize Burkina Faso. This was Captain Abraham Torres saying this, so he always point finger on African leaders to stop. So guys, but we want to say a one shout out to all the Burkina Faso armed forces intelligence that were able to network the movement of these Ivorian forces to intercept this hydrocarbon. So we want to say a big shout out that these Burkina Faso armed forces are very, very, very vigilant. So guys, what do you think? I just want you to drop your own opinion. Today we want to also dive in to see what is going on Chibok. You know, over decades, over years, Chibok has been terrorized. Chibok is one state in Burkina Faso which terrorists has taken over the whole community, even the people to ransom. They never go to farm, they will not be able to farm, they will not be able to do anything. Terrorists has taken over that state. But when Captain Abraham Traore resumed office, you guys know what Captain Abraham Traore's slogan is: a homeland or death. So at this point in time, according to the latest information that get to us, that Jibok is one of the safest place in Burkina Faso because the Burkina Faso armed forces are there consistently patrolling. They have, taken over all the territory of Jibok. And as I'm talking though, there is a lot of rapid road development going on, road network, farms. So according to the information that we received from the resident of Jibok, they speak out and they say we are beginning to feel at home once again after many years of terrorists. So this was the citizen reporting that after many years. So guys, as I earlier told you guys, that this Jibok community or state was totally, you know, it was totally occupied by terrorists. They cannot go to farm, they cannot do anything. Every time they hear this, gunpowder, exchanging gunpowder. So it wasn't easy. And the citizen there was living in fear. So as I'm talking to you, the citizen of Jibok can fully carry out their daily activity, goes to farm, goes to schools. They are not scared of any terrorists because Captain Abraham Torre has, flushed all those elements out from the Jibok. So you could see that Captain Abraham Torre has the technical know-how, the commitment, and the effectiveness and the strategies to send out all these elements called terrorists out of Burkina Faso. So, guys, I don't know what you think. Did you think that this is a real, what we call a true definition of a true leaders that has the interest of his, the interest of the citizen at heart? If it's yes, please do well to drop your own opinion. Let's dive into another. In the midst of all this, you all heard this, the Burkina Faso government come together to establish this organization called National Faso Nebo Project, that people contribute coming together to work to develop their nation. It is a collective effort of every Burkina Faso, all Burkina Faso, within Burkina Faso, in diaspora, they are contributing. To those of diaspora that are not present, they are sending in their resources. You could see, I have never in the history of Africa seen the nation, communities, coming together to work, both the little kids, both the youth, the old, the young, the handicapped, the disabled. You could see it in Burkina Faso. They are coming together to work, building their road, bricks, laying. You could see that all over internet. And it's not just that, you could see road network, infrastructure development, agricultural development. And it's so unique that, in fact, we are beginning to say, yes, this is what it takes to be Africa. Unity is the most important thing. But guys, in the previous decade, these guys make us to hate ourselves. They cause commotion, chaos that we cannot even longer know our history. But Africa is always a dynamic and welcoming, you know, countries you can ever feel. We love people, we make people feel at home. And this Burkina Faso and the Sahel state are trying to bring back what it takes to be Africa. That unity, coming together, sharing things in common. I think this is what the people of Sahel state, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are trying to bring back to us, because we are the most unique people on earth that is so welcoming, loving to stay together, sharing what we have with others. I think this is what we see, the portrayal. If you could see what is going on in Burkina Faso, the joy of development, people coming together, doing amazing things. You see them dancing, walking. The question I should ask you guys who will come across this update: have you ever seen this in any part of the world, where community, both the youths, both the elderly, both the little, the little one, those upcoming youth, they are walking, coming, carrying bricks. They are so happy. What what amazing time to be alive to witness. So please, guys, it is amazing. What happened? Because a leaders that have the interest of the citizen, not his own selfish interest, because of just one man who stand out to say, no, I have had the cry and the misery of my people. I'm going to make a difference. And this is transforming the whole part of the African leaders' mentality. But for those who are fighting this young man, I think since the young man does not even have their time, is busy developing their the continent of Burkina Faso, I think they will not succeed. I think that is what I could say. So, beloved, before we proceed to another update, take a look of massive farming equipment, tractors, and a lot of machinery that is being shipped to Burkina Faso. This always happen consistently, and all this is being shipped to different states of Burkina Faso. There is a statement that Captain Abraham Traore made, that Burkina Faso must feed himself first before it could be able to start exporting their agricultural product to other, states of Africa. So they are really working hard to be able to make sure he fulfill what he say. Burkina Faso must feed himself. So guys, so beloved, take a look of this massive equipment being transported to Burkina Faso, and this has been happening consistently. And this is part of the National Faso Neighbor Project, to continue the development. So take a look, then we'll come back.
What? Are you shaman? Kanano Wambi? Why? And don't putting up all over the Keforewa. I'm in that you. Dando. Why? Really, by saying, give a very Casapandi. What like a Pijanawa? Can you come out of the command? Why? I got my feeling old. I got take it myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, all these trucks, this equipment you see is going to Burkina Faso for Faso Nebo project. The question I should ask, have you ever seen this such amazing equipment consistent being shipped to any part of Africa? But this has been happening consistent in the Sahel state. And this is what we call a true definition of a true leadership who sincerely care for the good welfare of their citizen is Captain Abraham Torre. Just a couple of 2 years plus, you see a massive transformation. This one is not fake promise, fake word, it's action. You could see. So, guys, another update. I read, say, due to diplomatic tensions, Belgium and Luxembourg will end their cooperation with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. The script bet significant with withdrawal with serious consequences for sectors such as agriculture, education, and private investment. So, guys, the question I'm asking at this point in time, we appreciate the people of Belgium and Luxembourg when the people of this three Sahel region needed them, they come for them for when it comes to agriculture and education. But at this point in time, my question is, do you think that the people of the Sahel state still need these people called, the Luxembourg and Belgium that they were in charge of when it comes to some of the part of agriculture and education? Do you think that they still need these people? That is my question. But in my own opinion, guys, I don't know what you guys think. I just want you guys to also drop your own opinion. To me, I think that Burkina Faso has to take full responsibility when it comes to their agriculture and education, because this is what Captain Abraham Torre has been preaching. If you could see a lot of us today, when it comes to Africa, we have been robbed of our education system when it comes to our history, our dialect. If you go to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, a lot of them have their native language, but they speak French because they were colonized by French. So it's time for Africa to take full responsibility of their education and farming sector so that they could lay a solid foundation for the upcoming generation when it comes to their own native languages and their history. And a lot of them, I think this is the right time. So, guys, you heard that Belgium and Luxembourg will be withdrawing from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. So at this point in time, Mali citizen, Niger and Burkina Faso will take full controls and responsibility. This is what Captain Abraham Traore is doing. They are nationalizing their mineral resources, their gold. So I think it is the full time for these three Sahel states to take full control of their educational and agricultural system. So guys, what did you think? Do well to drop your comments. So we hit another, this is another update. On 22nd of July 2025, Captain Abraham Traore received the Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulati. Before we proceed, and the Egypt says that they love what is going on Burkina Faso, the courage of Captain Abraham Traore for his effort, wanted to unite Africa. And the Egyptians say that they are ready to collaborate with Burkina Faso and the AES states in all fields, said Dr. Abdulati, praising Captain Abraham Traore for his commitment to African unity. Let's be clear, this is what our Dr. Abdulati says, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, that he praised Captain Abraham Traore for his commitment to African unity. So guys, you could see a lot of Africans out there are seeing what Captain Abraham Traore is really doing. So, beloved, you know that a lot of envoys has been visiting the AES bloc. European envoy, we have Egyptian envoy that just visit, Brazil envoy, a lot of envoy that is actually visiting the AES bloc because they see the revolution, the hard work, the sincerity for the sovereignty of the Sahel states. So, beloved, you have seen that there is a lot of envoy visiting Burkina Faso. The question we should ask, have you ever seen envoy, if you have made your proper research, visiting the ECOWAS state the way they visit the Sahel region? Is this to see that these Sahel states are really committed to their job and they are having amazing results for just a period of 2.5 years. You could see a rapid development. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they are nationalizing their natural resources, taking over their territory from terrorists. Have you ever had all this in other West Africa? And still there is rapid development in agriculture. So guys, I don't know what you think. What do you think Burkina Faso would become in the next 5 years? I just want you to drop your comment on based on what we are observing, different envoys, a massive partnership coming to partner with them because they know these guys are really hard to work for the good people of their citizens. So guys, please do well to drop your comment. Where did you see this three Sahel region in the next 5 years to come? Please do well to drop your own opinion and do well to encourage me to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.